Hey guys, the LA Kings remembered how to score and they remembered how to win a game. They have not remembered how to do it in regulation yet, but you know, small things. We'll take the good things. So we're playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, obviously reigning Stanley Cup champions. And I'm not really going to complain about that because if they weren't, then the Sharks would be. So I'll take it. Good on you, Pittsburgh. Thanks for that. So going in, Pittsburgh was on the second night of a back-to-back. They played the Ducks last night. They won 5-1. So we're really hoping that we're tired them out a little more than they were. The first two periods, they looked pretty tired. They only had 11 shots on goal in the first two periods, and then like 11 shots in the first like 2/3 of the third period, because that's just so LA Kings, and you'll see why in a minute. So the scoring was opened by Sidney Crosby. Shocking, I know. We just left him way too open. You can't leave Crosby open in front of the net like that, not even really in front of Jonathan Quick. So that was never going to end well. And that was kind of it for the first period, honestly. Crosby got a goal. We got a power play. Didn't really do a whole lot with it. And then we took a penalty and actually almost did more in the penalty kill than we did on the power play. Brown and I'm trying to remember who else was out on the ice, because Brown had a really nice shorthanded chance, and then they just kept setting up shots. Martinez had one, I think, shorthanded. But the Kings' problem, which will come as no surprise to anyone who's been watching the Kings for any extended period of time, is that we don't take good shots. We take a lot of them and hope that we can get the rebound in, but none of the shots tonight were really on net, per se, and when they were on net, they were, like, straight to Fleury's, like, wheelhouse right here. So, while there were better chances shorthanded, they weren't great, and so we end the first period 1-0. Could have been worse, truthfully. We get to the second, and suddenly, Trevor Lewis scores the first goal for the LA Kings in 205 minutes and 25 seconds. Because when you thought the scoreless streak was going to end, you definitely thought Lewis and Green were going to be the two to bring the Kings the win, right? I mean, that's what I was thinking for sure. No. So it was actually really great play by Kyle Clifford to get the puck where it needed to be, and Trevor Lewis just kind of finished it off. And I gotta say, I love Trevor Lewis. I think he's one of the most underrated players, not in the sense that, like, he had a shorthanded breakaway at one point, and I, was like, it's Trevor Lewis, he's not gonna do anything with it. He works so hard. And it's that grinding line that finally ground down their defense to actually get a puck through under Fleury. And it was a little bit of mishandling on Fleury's part, but, like, kudos. And this is what I love about Trevor Lewis, is he never gives up. He's like, no, the puck's still there, it's still open, and he gets it under Fleury's legs. And he and Clifford are just like, oh my God, we scored! I think they were, like, more excited than the crowd was that they finally stopped their scoreless streak. So that's one. Someone blatantly grabs Kopitar's stick. Like, a baby could have seen that was holding the stick. So the Kings get a power play, immediately followed by Doughty equally as blatantly tripping some guy. Oh, Doughty. He's made better plays than that one, Lisa. And he knew it this time, too. He was like, yeah, okay. So I think he got 2 penalties tonight. Not the finest form, but when he's trying to, you know, win all of the things and do all of the things, kind of understandable, I guess, that he's gonna do something stupid. So that kill was a little scary, but we managed to make it into the third period. Matt Green scored! Awesome! And I don't even know. He flung it and it got past Fleury and it was amazing. He just picked the perfect angle to shoot it. And suddenly the Kings are winning a game? What? This can't be right. Surely that's not going to happen. In regulation? So, of course, as soon as we scored that goal, we had maybe like 2 or 3 really good chances within like 30 seconds after that play. And then Pittsburgh went from having 12 shots to 18 shots in the space of about 2 minutes. So that was not our finest. And then finally it's Sidney Crosby again who ties the game. Shocking. Again, that was not our finest moment. Budaj did have some really, really good saves on the power play in the second period, though, going back to that because I have some footage of it. Really nice saves. From my angle, which you're not seeing on that video, I thought the puck had gone in the net. I thought we were down. This is before Green's goal in the third, and I thought, but hey, I was never happier to have seen it wrong. That was incredible, Budaj, so awesome job there. But still not enough from the Kings to win it in regulation. Starting to get concerned about that. Like, it's kind of fun to be able to say, oh yeah, we've won 5 times, all in overtime. And yes, it's great that we are awesome in overtime. It almost helped. I'm not going to say it did exactly because the Kings are completely dominant in 3-on-3 anyway, but we did have, it was like 6.9 seconds remaining when Kopitar drew another penalty. So we were 4-on-3 for a while, and got some really good solid zone time and some good shots, but not good enough. Set up a lot of good plays. I was very proud. There were fewer dumps and chases, particularly in that overtime. Thank you for listening. So there was some good hockey there. Budaj made a very timely save in overtime to make sure that we had the chance to then set it up. And I am not going to stop singing Nick Dowd's praises. I love him. I love seeing him on this team. And this entire play came from, and you're not going to see this on the video, I'll show you in a second. This whole play is set up by Dowd. So he's on the ice. The Penguins are shooting. The puck kind of spurts out into the neutral zone and no one's there except 2 Penguins and Dowd, who hustles. And he gets there and he can't get control of it, but he flicks it out to, I believe, Martinez. And the resulting play is what ended up being the goal, which Dowd himself scored. So he is totally responsible for setting it up. Martinez makes the initial shot. It deflects. It kind of goes around the back. And then I think Clifford got the primary assist on it because then he shoots and there's or he gets it to Dowd, and he makes this gorgeous play. Totally outweights Fleury. I even thought, and because I'm at the other end of the ice at this point too, totally thought that he had shot it and Fleury had blocked it with his legs, but actually what he did was just kind of waited and waited and made it look like he was shooting, and then scooted it around, and by that point Fleury was out and had his, like, he was down and out, and so there was the space right between his skate and the post, and shoop, right in there. Gorgeous, gorgeous goal by Dowd, and gorgeous hustle of a play to even have the puck be in our possession to make that happen. So completely deserving of his first start of the game. I love that he is in the lineup. I'm so excited, and I hope that when the players who are injured, because let's just recap this. We have Quick on long-term injured reserve. We have Gaborik, who if he's not on long-term injured reserve, I think he probably should be at this point. We have Andrioff in injured reserve. We have McNabb, and we have Zakhoff, all in injured reserve. And on top of that, we have Gilbert, who is out for 3-game suspension. Game 1 was tonight. So, yeah, we are not necessarily playing with all of our A-listers there, but that is making some very interesting plays from some other people in the team who are trying to prove that when some of those other guys come back that they should stay in the lineup. So I'm looking forward to seeing a regulation win. I believe it's coming. Fingers crossed. And yeah, I'm looking to see with what the other players do in order to prove that they should stay in the lineup there. I'm also looking forward to seeing some of the people who are kind of guaranteed lineup spots actually do something with them. I mean, I still haven't seen, honestly, Dowdy's best game was not tonight. I haven't seen Kopitar or Carter or Toffoli or Pearson since those first couple of games that he was back. I will say Martinez has done some really good things, but yeah, it's just you're not really seeing the top guys out there. Setoguchi, bless his heart, hasn't had the greatest start to the team either. I know that management had such high hopes for him, and he, kind of like Trevor Lewis, he plays his heart out and he tries so hard, so I'm hoping something comes for him. That kind of would have been the trifecta tonight, is to have Setoguchi have the winning goal, because, I mean, why not? So yeah, we have another game Saturday. Tune in for that one. And until then, I will leave you with your favorite time of the night, Chris Sutter Dance Cam.
Los Angeles penalty to number 2 and 3. 2 minutes for